Brianna, and welcome back to Skills and Faith for 2020 through 2021. I wanted to show you how we will be doing this year. So, first things first, you would need to go to asana.com to find your project. Now, the thing is, I actually invited you via email, so you would need to check your email for Asana welcome and get the link. Okay, so once you get inside that link that I sent for your email and accept my invite, then you can come back here and go to asana.com because you would first have to do the invite to get linked up and set up your username and password. Okay, so that is in your email. If you need me to resend it, I definitely will. Okay. However, when you get to asana.com, your board will look a little bit like this. It won't be as busy, right? Your project is the arts and crafts. Okay. So I'm going to give you the main overlay first, and then we'll go as to what you need to do. So you have 4 columns. The first is the standards of procedures. The second is the lessons that are needed for this year. The third is the completed lessons that you have done for this year. And the fourth is questions and answers. So with your standards of procedures, you have here your instructions for how to handle this upcoming year, as well as we'll be starting classes at September the 14th through 2020. And you have your training guide in here, okay? So your training guide is there from Mr. Foster, and you can read over that at any time. Once I have the application that I need for the parents, I'll go ahead and attach it here. But you'll have an application that you can hand out to the parents to get back with the students' information, okay? And then after I get the application from Mr. Foster, I'll also put the instructions as to how we want to handle the application and where you'll need to drop it off, okay? But that'll be all included inside of this policy. Over here, you have the lessons that are needed. It goes through what is needed for you. You would really need to put in the lesson plan. So one thing that you can do is you can attach a file. If you have a lesson plan, I'm just going to grab my file that I have here. Say this is the lesson plan. You can attach it here, and it simply will come in, and it'll be here for everyone to see, okay? So that's one of the things that you can definitely do if you plan on doing certain lessons that need to be added in. If you not really sure, you don't have any files for your lesson, but you know what you're going to be doing, you can type it out right here. I gave you a little space to type out the lesson plan. If you know that you're not going to be available that day and you need Miss LaDonna to help, or you want to assign something to Miss LaDonna, go ahead and switch the assignee from you to LaDonna, okay? Her email is in here. She hasn't set up her name, but that is how you would do it, okay? So if you have any lessons that you know that you'll need Miss LaDonna help, go ahead and assign her to it so she knows which lessons that she'll need to be doing, okay? And what days she needs to be on the meeting. If you need her assistance for the lesson, but you both need to be on, go ahead and do a subtask and add her task here, okay? And then assign it to her. And then put the due date, okay, for what day it needs to be. So that's one thing that you can do as you plan out your lessons. So that way that lets you know, and see she's on here. So that way she'll be notified right away as to what she needs to do, because you'll be coming up with the lessons, but she'll be assisting you with them on the calls. So make sure that you put her task in there and tell her what she needs to do as far as the lesson, okay? But that is how you would add your lesson. If you have any files that you may want to bring over from Google Drive, all you need to do is click Google Drive, sign in. You would find the lesson. So like this, I have a lesson in here that I can look up, and I'm gonna attach that lesson, right? So that's one thing that you can do, Okay, so you have many ways to get the lessons over, but that's how you would attach a file. Just to let you know, you won't need these for anything. So you don't need that extra menu for anything at all. But the tools that you'll need are all right here. You can bold, you can italicize, you can underline, you can scratch through something if you want to change it. Um, if you need to use the bullet points, the number points, or even insert a link to something, say you want to show the kids a website or something of that nature. We do want to do like scavenger hunts. So maybe, including the links for the pages that they'll need to go to for the scavenger hunt. That's something that you can do. If you want to, once again, at LaDonna, her email is there. It's ladmel23@gmail.com. You can always attach her and talk to her, whether it's in the comments or in the descriptions. If you put at LaDonna or her email address, what that'll do is it will let her know right away that you're trying to communicate with her and notify her. Okay, so that's one of the things that you can do so to make it easier for you as you plan your lessons. So that is what that column is for. Also, I'm sorry, let me show you this part. Once you're ready to complete your lesson, you just hit yes. And once you hit yes and your lesson is attached, it will move it over to the completed lessons for you. So that way we're up to date and we're knowing what needs to happen. That's why I say if you are assigning a day for Miss LaDonna, go ahead and change it out so that you're not assigned and that she's assigned, so she knows that the lesson is now completed and now she has to do that day for the upcoming week. Okay, so that way it's ahead of time and we're utilizing the tools that we have here to get things done. So I'm gonna move that back and I'm gonna hit no. All right, so, and it's just that simple. If you need to move anything, you just drag and drop. Okay, it's sorted by due date, so if you drop it here, it's going to sort itself out by which date is upcoming. Okay, so for any questions and answers that you may have, what you could do is ask your questions here. Okay, and the reason for that is because you can assign it to me. You can put a due date. You can also put a due time. That means if you need it by a certain time frame, you could go ahead and add that on there and let me know. Um, that can help me as I can see this in my task right away. So if you put it there and it's upcoming and it's like right away, it's going to move it to the front of my task and I'll be able to assist you right away with it. Okay, so that's one thing that you want to do is ask your question here, assign it to me, put a due date and time. If you need to go into more description, that's perfectly fine. Open it up and go into more descriptions. Okay, but that will really help as we go forward, and that way everything is there for you, as well as anyone else. So if Miss LaDonna may have that same question, then she's able to see it right there. Okay, um, so just give you a quick overview of how Asana looks and the way it works. This is your board. This is your main board, but you can change the layout to list. Okay, as I add more tasks in here for you, this will fill up. Okay, so that's why I did the board, because it'll pretty much shift things over and keep what needs attention up close. Okay, you also have a timeline. The timeline just lets you organize and see how it will lay out over the time periods. Okay, so if you want to look at, once everything's in here, look at the timeline and kind of adjust your scheduling or your personal calendar to it, then this will be a good tool for you. The calendar is in here. You can turn the weekends on or off. It'll just help you once again, as the tasks get in there, you can kind of see what's upcoming in a calendar format if that helps you. You're also able to access the information right there, the same as list. The information's right there as well for you. So you really don't have to stay in just one board. You don't have to just stay here in one board. If you want to utilize the other tools, you can. Okay, it's just whichever is easier for you. I thought the board would be much easier because it keeps everything up front for you. um, so the other tool is dashboard. You really won't need this, but I will show you how to utilize it. It shows you which completed tasks you have done. It shows you how many are incomplete. It shows you how many are in here altogether. It also shows you who's assigned and how many they have. So right now you have 3 tasks. You have the lesson task. Once again, once you complete your lesson, you would then assign it to LaDonna if you want her to do that lesson or you need her assistance with it. Okay, then she'll be added to here, and we'll see how many tasks she has as well. Okay, so this would be how you would utilize the dashboard. But once again, you really won't need it. It's just for us to track your progress. This is another thing, progress. Okay, this will be updated once your board is completed with all the tasks that need to be added. We'll be updating it, stating it's on track. At any point that it falls off track due to any tasks that are overdue or not completed, we will be updating the board and letting you know that. Okay, this just lets us know as we go through the year how things need to be handled. It also have your milestones, which will let you know how much work you've done. So over the school year, of course, if you've completed 50% of the lessons, 75% of the lessons, we'll be able to track that with your milestones. Forms is something that you won't need, okay? But if you want to utilize it, you definitely can. You can create a form. It's very simple. You just drag and drop the fields in here, whether it's somebody's name, email, a description, whatever the case may be. You can create a form for your board. What that does is if you create a form, it'll add whoever submits information will add that little information as a task. Okay, but I don't think you would really need this. But it once again, as time go on, you may. So I'm just going to show you a little bit about it. Um, this is conversations. So the way you get there is more in the conversations. You put a little subject, you put a message. It's just like email. If you need to email me, Mr. Foster, and Miss LaDonna at the same time, this is how you would do it. This will post, once you post it, it will go to all 3 of us. Okay, right now it's showing that if I message this, it's going to go to you all. That's because it goes to everybody that's on the project. Okay, this is a great way to keep everything in one place. I will start off the conversations by sending you this training video. Then I'll start another conversation by sending Miss LaDonna her training video. Okay, so that's one thing that will be going out shortly. Okay, I know it will notify you all, and if you need to move anything from your email over to Asana, then this is your email address that you would need to email it to. It's arts-crafts@mail.asana.com. If you send your information over to that from your email that's attached to Asana, it will come straight over to your board as a task. Okay, so that's something. If you need to email something over here and you're not sure how to attach it, you can email it straight from your email. Okay, you also have files which show you all the little pretty pictures and the information that's collected in the board. So as you can see, your training guides there, anything that you attach in the board or on your project will be here. Okay, it makes it very simple if you're looking for things going forward. So I'm going to go back to the board just to kind of go back over how we want you to do your lessons. So once again, you would come here, you would either attach the lesson or you would write out the lesson. You would assign it to either yourself or Miss LaDonna. If you have extra parts and she needs to be there the same day as you, go ahead and add a subtask and add attach her name and then the date of the lesson that she needs to be on there for. Okay, and then when you do add the subtask, you can go in and write in detail exactly what she needs to do. So that's something that you can always do for your lessons. And then as you complete your lessons, hit yes so that it can move it right over to the completed lessons tab. If at any point you need it to go back, just move it back over. You can simply change it from here, or you can drag and drop like I did earlier. Okay. If you have any questions, once again, you can ask it over here in the questions and answers, and I can get right back over to you about that. So I thank you for taking the time to work with the kids and do our training, and I hope you have a great rest of your weekend. Bye-bye.